Alright y'all, gonna take a quick few minutes here to make a video. I know I hadn't been on here very much, but got some good reasons for that. Sitting outside, got my Olight on here for lighting, which is probably not the best thing, but it's gonna work for now. Anyway, just finished feeding everybody. Sitting out here at the edge of the garden. See, I got some tomato plants over there and some broccoli down here. It's supposed to be potatoes right here, but they ain't coming up too well, kind of hit and miss. Grass is growing good in there as usual though. Sitting here listening to the sprinkler run a little bit, trying to get my lighting right here. I got it dim as I can. I really don't see how people use them real bright lights and stuff that's shining right in their face. It bothers my eyes, even this little bit of light here. But anyway, we're going to get through it. So I never prepare notes or anything like that. I wish I did do that sometimes. It'd be a lot more organized and probably better for me and better for y'all too. But it just is what it is. But anyway, we have been busy, which is nothing new. I hadn't had a lot of time to make videos or even do anything. I've been wanting to make another video here and do a tour of the farm and show all the animals and the pens and the, fences and the garden here. I've got stuff coming up in the garden I haven't got, documented on here yet and everything. It's just no time for it. I've been running ragged for probably the past 2 months, to be honest, with work. Starts off in the morning, about 7 o'clock, getting the kids up, getting them ready to go for my wife to go to work and to drop them off at school and all of those things. And then I'll go to work and I'll get home 3:30, 4 o'clock, sometimes later than that. Then usually we're at the ball field by 5:15, 5:30ish. Usually Monday and Tuesday. We have 2 kids playing ball. Monday and Tuesday, one if not both will have practice or a game. Wednesday's church. Sometimes they still have a game we just can't make it to. Sometimes my wife's mama will take them to the game and we'll still go to church and do that. Thursday, we usually have a game or practice. This is a Thursday night. Our middle kid, the youngest one, is playing, had a game tonight and all of that stuff. And Friday is usually hit and miss, whether we have a game or we have whatever going on. Saturday is usually a practice or game. Last Saturday was an all-day Jubilee. They played a couple games and stuff for my big girl, the one that I coach. And this coming Saturday, our middle girl, the youngest player, has an all-day Jubilee again. And then of course Sunday is always church. Sunday morning, we don't have church on Sunday night where we're going, so sometimes we do have a little time that way. But as I was saying, my days usually are, getting home 3:30, 4 o'clock. Doesn't really leave you much time to do anything on the farm. Sometimes I get a little something done. Sometimes I don't get nothing done. Depends on what's got to be done. Because sometimes I still have to go get feed or do this or do that or whatever. So, have that. Then we go to the ball field. We're usually getting here, no earlier than 9 o'clock. Sometimes 9:30, 9:45. And then usually my wife starts getting the kids to bed and I come out and homestead. Sometimes I'll be done about 10:30. It's actually about 10:30 now, and I'm pretty much done. Sometimes when I gotta fill up everybody's water and do all those things, it can be 11:30, 12, or later. I know a couple nights ago it was like 12:30, 1 o'clock when I finished doing everything. It just is what it is. It's going to get busier coming up with hay season and doing all those things. And yeah, so here's some of what I want to talk about. You'll have people saying that I don't have time to garden, I don't have time to homestead, I don't have time to prep, I don't have time to take care of animals, all this kind of stuff. And it's bull crap. I can't think of very many people that are busier than I am. Like I said, whatever time I do come in, 9 times out of 10, I will be doing something, getting something accomplished, working towards, getting more pasture in the woods, taking care of the garden, planting garden, doing something productive. Even as tired as I can be, I usually get something done. Now, there is sometimes that I come in and I'm just so beat, I'll take that 30 minutes to an hour nap. But 9 times out of 10, that is not the case. I try to be everything I can be for everybody that's in my circle. If one of our buddies needs something, I go out of my way to try to help them accomplish whatever it needs to be. Whether our friend that's getting into the homestead now and getting the goats and everything, I picked up those cattle panels for her and took them over there, and I helped her set up some. And one day I had to come back and plant the corn, and that was a Saturday. We went over there, and so my wife was off and there and everything too, so she helped her rearrange her pen, and I just had to go and plant the corn. But we try our best to help everybody in our group as much as we can. Just ran over this evening and helped our buddies that we helped them do hogs, and they helped us do ours and all in the group. And he had to unload something out of his truck on a pallet, and I took the tractor over and unloaded that for him. So yeah, today I had absolutely no time when I come home. I had to come home, get somebody to take me to get the road tractor to bring it in to get worked on this evening. And then as soon as I got in from that, it was time to go to the ball field. And we got back here, I think about 9:15 today. And I come right here and started doing all this stuff. And yeah. So it's not that people can't make time to do these things. And honestly, it's probably a little unhealthy for me to do all this stuff, to be staying up all the time and pushing myself. But anyway, I'm doing it. So it can be done. A lot of people just don't want to pay the cost. And it's they use an excuse of not having time instead of just being honest. And it's like, hey, I don't have the discipline, I don't have the drive, I don't have the real want to that it takes to do this stuff. So that's my opinion on that. And also, I'm the kind of person, I will put myself last. Like I said, if anybody calls me for help or needs anything, I try to be there, do whatever I can, to fill whatever that need is. Again, with the ball here, I was planning on going to games and probably practices and everything too. supporting my kids. But I had no idea I would be coaching this year. We went to the first practice, like a meet and greet type thing with the coach, and I've known him for a while anyway. And he asked for volunteers, and a couple people volunteered, but needless to say, the ones that volunteered, didn't get picked. And he called me personally a day or two after that and asked me to help because he knows me. He knows I'm not, going to start a bunch of drama. And to be honest, he knows that I take care of my family and I'm there for my kids and all those things. More of a character reason for picking me, because I know absolutely nothing about ball games. He's had to teach me everything and coach me, as much as the kids, because I didn't know all these rules and, all that stuff. I didn't do it. I'm not a sports guy. I didn't grow up in it. Now, like I said, even all these things going on and putting myself last, my kids know that I'm there for them. And that will always stick with them, I believe. There's plenty of kids that their dad ain't there for them. Some of them, their mama ain't either. But the majority, sadly, it seems to be nowadays, is mothers doing all the parenting and supporting the kids and like taking them to sports things. You'll see some dads come, but the majority of them is just the mom, and that's how it is. And it's a terrible thing, and it goes, single parent homes or homes that are pretty much single parents, even if both of them are still there, and one's not, really there. They're there physically, but not there mentally and spiritually. They're just, living there, but they're not basically participating in the family. That really affects kids. And, some of our kids on the team have a lot of stuff going on at home. And, y'all know me, I'm a kids person anyway. And that, breaks my heart anytime you have kids going through things like that. And, I just try to use the opportunity to, love on them and try to, for them to have a good time, out there playing ball. We coach hard. We don't let things slide. We're not hateful or anything, but we have improved so much since we've started, and it's built the kids up and built their confidence so much because, we expect the best out of them, and we tried our best to bring that out. And every game we get better. We have won, let's see, it was 8 out of 10 games the other night, and then we played those 2 games, and we won one of those and lost the other one by 1 run. So it's really, not a big, we're there. And these were playing, this team was good. We played a doubleheader. We beat them one time and we lost it in the second one. But, they had a couple girls on there that would knock it to the fence. They were on travel ball and they went to World Series last year for our division and all. So, yeah, we were really holding our own. But I try to use that as an opportunity to be good to them and to, show them kindness and, hopefully show them Jesus through it. And, use the time that I've got with them, because I know next year some of them will be moving up and everything. And like I said, I was not a sports person, didn't care anything about it. Still, honestly, as far as me and, ball games and stuff, I don't really care about it, but I care about, my kid and those kids too, just like they're mine. We've been working with them over all this time and everything like that, and getting to know them, and, I really want to be there for them, and I don't want to let them down. I've only missed 2 games. I think it's 2 games, and there will be one more coming up this week, I think it is, or the next week, I'm not sure. But it's going to be another Wednesday game, and it just is what it is that, I just can't make it to those. I got to, fulfill my role at church and, put God first. And, yeah, it's a fine balance. But at the end of the day, hopefully, I'm a good husband, good provider, all that, good dad, family man, coach, all of these things that I need to be. And like I said, I don't have any great points, I don't guess, or, talking points or these things and that things, but just kind of letting y'all know how it is, how I feel. Like I said, I wouldn't change it right now. It sure does feel good out here. They're calling for rain to come in. It's a cool breeze. It's a cool night. Peaceful out here. We don't have very many cars at all out here. But like I said, I'm doing all I can do. A lot of things still get neglected. I really need to mow grass again. It's not terrible, but it's getting terrible. Need to clean up around the place. I've got junk and tools and things sitting everywhere that just need to be straightened up, and there's still a spot that I need to bush hog that I haven't gotten to. I've gotten that aerator. I've done the pasture one time and the small hay fielder here one time. I haven't even got to any of the rest of them. I've still got some feed corn seed left over that I was planning on planting, but I have not been able to get over there and break up any more land to be able to plant that. It's so many things that I could do if I had the time. But you've got to be able to prioritize. And like I said, a lot of times things like mowing grass, cleaning the yard up, and things like that, it just gets put on the back burner. There's only so many hours in a day. But anyway, I appreciate everybody watching. Hopefully y'all have gotten something out of this, some kind of way. I just don't know when things are going to slow down and I can get back to making actual videos that have a, point to it. And, I like to show y'all things, different equipment, different this and that, the garden growing, the animals growing, and all that. It's just not been time. But anyway, stay prayed up, prepped up, and strapped up. See ya.